Posting special journals into the general ledger.
Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to post special journals into the general ledger. Before entering this lesson, let me introduce myself. My name is Astya Nur Sofiyah, accounting education student at Sebelas Maret University.
Have you ever learned how to post journals to the general ledger?
What is a general ledger? The general ledger is a summary of all transactions grouped by account, which is then used to prepare financial statements. In this lesson, I will explain about posting from special journals to the general ledger for transactions that occur in a trading company, after that recording transactions related to buying and selling merchandise. What are the functions of the general ledger? First, it serves as a place to classify transactions into the correct accounts. Second, it shows the balance of each account after the transaction is recorded. Third, it maintains the balance of accounts in both the debit and credit columns. Fourth, it accommodates necessary adjusting journal entries. Fifth, it provides the basis for preparing a trial balance and financial statements. And the last, it facilitates accountants in analyzing the company's financial position. Types of ledger. Then, for the types of ledgers in trading companies, there are two main groups, namely: first, the general ledger contains the following main accounts: assets, consisting of several accounts: cash, accounts receivable, inventory, merchandise, supplies, and equipment. Liabilities, consisting of accounts payable and bank loans. Capital, revenue, including sales. Expenses, consisting of several accounts: salaries expense, rent expense, freight expense, and others. The second type of general ledger is the subsidiary ledger. A subsidiary ledger is used to detail specific accounts within the general ledger, for example, accounts receivable subsidiary ledger, containing customer details. Accounts payable subsidiary ledger, containing supplier details. Inventory subsidiary ledger, containing details of each type of item. Does anyone know the forms of ledgers? Forms of general ledgers. In general, ledgers can be arranged in several forms, including: first, T-account form. And the characteristics: T-shaped, debit on the left side, credit on the right side. Second, vertical column form. Characteristics: arranged downwards, contains date, description, reference, debit, credit, and balance columns. Posting steps to the general ledger. Okay, next, I will explain how to post a special journal to the general ledger. What is posting? Posting is the process of transferring data from the journal to the general ledger. Here are the steps to post a special journal entry to the general ledger. First, identify the accounts affected by the transaction in the journal. Second, record the transaction date in the general ledger date column. Third, fill in the description section with the name of the debtor, transaction that occurred. Fourth, enter the amount on the debit or credit side according to its position in the journal. Fifth, write the reference number, journal page. Finally, calculate the new balance for each account after the transaction occurs.
Before posting a special journal into the ledger, you need to pay attention to the normal balance of each account. For example, the cash account balance is normally on the debit side, while the balance payable account is normally on the credit side.
Example of posting to the general ledger. On October 2, 2025, PT Dagong McMur purchased merchandise on credit from PT Sumber Jaya worth Rp 5 million. Then, how to post into general ledger. Okay, before we post the transactions into the general ledger, we need to look for the data first in the special journal. Let's take a look at the special journals that have been provided. From this data, we can post the special journal to the general ledger. Okay, we will post using a vertical column format. First, let's see what accounts are in the special journal. In the special journal, there are inventory and accounts payable accounts. Next, post according to the account number sequence. Since the merchandise inventory account is account number 115 and the account payable account is account number 201, the merchandise inventory account should be posted first. After determining which account will be posted to the general ledger first, we can look at the transaction dates and post them in the order in which they occurred. Then, enter the information and reference. Next, enter the amount on the debit side. And finally, calculate the new balance after the transactions have been posted to the general ledger. Then, we continue by posting the accounts payable account into the general ledger. We can look at the transaction dates and post them in the order in which they occurred. Then, enter the details and reference. Next, enter the transaction amount in the credit column. Finally, calculate the new balance after the transaction is posted to the general ledger.
The general ledger is one of the most important parts of the accounting system. It records and organizes every financial transaction, starting from assets and liabilities to equity, income, and expenses. By grouping transactions into the right accounts, the ledger helps you understand the real financial position of a company. In trading companies, the ledger also plays a big role in tracking buying and selling activities. The general ledger works together with subsidiary ledgers to provide clearer and more detailed information. Through the posting process, data from the journal is transferred into the ledger and each account balance is updated. These balances are then used to prepare the trial balance and financial statements. Overall, The general ledger makes financial information more organized, accurate, and easier to analyze.
Okay, that's enough learning for this time. Thank you and see you again.